Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. It's time for another Kingdom Death unboxing. Today we're going to take a look at Wanderer Goth. That's her name now. It's just Goth. Not Amy the Goth, just Goth. Model doesn't seem to have changed too much. Interesting to see. I'm not sure where the big change is, other than the fact that Come On is not really doing much as Come On anymore with all their recent changes. Whee! So right away we can see we get a nice custom base topper. Is it the body right here? No, that's the stacks of skulls that are going to make up the base right here. Here's the main torso. Blood-drenched sword. More heads. It's going to be fun trying to figure out which head goes where. Goth hair. Looks like she's going to plug directly into the base somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it looks like a fairly standard Kingdom Death model. The cool part is seeing what kind of stuff awaits us inside the manuals. Obviously, there's going to be spoilers here. I'm not trying to put too much about the game, but I'm curious what kind of artwork is in there. I don't think we've seen much of the art. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on there. Interesting to see. Curious about that. Now, curious if this is any different than the forms that come in the other Wanderer boxes, and it doesn't seem like it. It's just a new generic record sheet. Sadly, there's no postcard. I'm such a sucker for the postcards. New gear. New... what's it called? Innovations. Interesting to see that. Looks like, is this different artwork than that was in the book? It is. Interesting to see that there's new art on all the cards there for the various knowledge things, and we get the divider as always. So, pretty standard, I'd say, you know, for current Kingdom Death stuff. Let's get Goth all put together, see how she turns out. Curious myself. We'll grab some of the models while we're at it. If you want to see that too, sit tight. Here is Goth. Just Goth. She has no name. She's just that gothic. I'm not Goth. I wouldn't know anything about that. Construction-wise, pretty straightforward for the most part. The only real issue I had was that little bloodshot burst that is coming off of the zombified stone face right by her foot. There's a little hole that's going to be made there that the foot needs to go on, but then for whatever reason, it looks like this back foot should be really connected here and it didn't match up. Is it going to make a huge difference? Honestly, no. It really isn't. You can see her face there of our no-name Goth Wanderer. I wasn't 100% sure which direction the tied section of her loincloth is supposed to go. I just kind of looked at the picture on the bottom of the box and rolled with it. Other than that, lining up the bag and potion / lantern, whatever it is on her back there, just making sure everything fits flush was the biggest challenge, I'd say. And cleaning the parts is always some spots. I didn't do the best job. She is still wearing her fishnets, I believe. She is Goth Amy after all of Zombicide fame. You can kind of see here the way the blood's supposed to match up on both the blade and the base. So other than that, pretty straightforward. Hopefully I got her lantern at a decent angle. That always remains to be seen. Grabbing a couple figures just to get a comparison. For whatever reason, the first thought I had was girl with blade and skirt. Instantly made me think of the white speaker from Death High. Another Kingdom Death model. This one is one of their 3D photo resin figures. The little angel faces on the bag there. The Ava reference, I guess. It's funny, I mean, Goth is just almost as tall as her. But she's obviously kind of bent forward. Grabbing other models. In case you're ever curious about just how large these figures are. I gotta say, she feels a little bit shorter, but wider. Definitely wider. Grabbing a War Machine and 40K figure just to give you an idea. The proportions are definitely going to be off. She's not, I'd say, as tall as a lot of the other figures. When I think of Goth Amy and Zombicide, I immediately think of Halloween. Grabbing some of the various Halloween figures. So again, you can see, I don't know if it's just the pose. She's young, she's supposed to be a teenager or a younger woman, and just isn't as big as the other figures. I mean, she is a very modern one, and some of the more modern Kingdom Death figures are definitely larger. Grabbing some other Zombicide figures. I guess she's not too out of place there. If you wanted to have her back into a Zombicide game, it'd be different. I mean, obviously she's made for Kingdom Death, but she doesn't look too out of place if you need a loincloth wearing, samurai sword wielding, you know, young adult with severed heads all over her base. Grabbing a couple out of focus Madara figures here, just because I've got them handy. Again, if you're one of those kind of eclectic collectors of random figures, such as myself, probably not going to look too out of place with all of the general weirdness of Madara. If you're looking to involve figures of that type, but obviously there's going to be a bit of a discrepancy with more typical 25/28 millimeter, you know, Warhammer Fantasy or Reaper type figures. Obviously these days Reaper stuff is a little bit bigger. The Conquest figure, actually he looks a lot bigger than her. I guess she is kind of short. I don't know, something different. But I mean, honestly, I'm really curious to see how the whole Wanderers play out. I haven't really messed with it yet. I'm kind of curious after flipping through that rule book of hers, what's going on there story-wise with her. So maybe we'll see her return from the world of Kingdom Death somehow to Zombicide, which would be a feat in and of itself, but probably quite interesting. So regardless, you know, it's yet another figure. If you don't have enough scantily clad ladies with big swords and big thighs and gratuitous violence occurring around them, well, you know, I think Goth here is probably another fine addition to your collection. And I've got my other one here. I was trying to get them all done roughly at the same time, and I don't know how to put her on her base now. I'm talking about the other Wanderer I have right here, who's not cooperating with me. Anus? Was that her name? Not Adnus, I know that. Anyway, that's enough of that. Now I can finally start getting them painted. I have been on a bit of a painting glut lately, so hopefully putting some new Kingdom Death figures will help kickstart my paintbrushes and inspire me to do something again, because it's been a while. So yeah, fingers crossed in that regard, right? So with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.